Hi, my name is Trey. I'm a support engineer here at E1 Solutions and be showing you how to use custom input in your on-premise integration in SmartConnect. All right, once you're in SmartConnect, you'll just want to open up any integration that you already have set up. In this case, I'll be using my employees integration for GP. And then once I'm in here, I will actually go to the options tab and make sure for script language, I have VB.NET selected. It's important that you don't have C# selected here, that we actually do need VB.NET. Once we have that, we can actually go and write this actual script. That'll be setting up an input box that will run before you actually have the integration and all of that. So this is the script. Basically, all this does is uses this global variable that we set up. We set it equal to this Microsoft Visual Basic Interaction input box. Whatever value that receives when you input it, it will set equal to this global manual. And then we just return true at the bottom just to make sure that this calculation is actually valid. But I will go over this in more detail here now. The global variable here, you can just go into global variables, user variables. You can use any of these as long as you aren't using them anywhere else. So I just like using this global manual one. Then I set this equal to this script, which is the most important part of this all. It is Microsoft.visualbasic.interaction.inputbox parentheses, and then you can put a string, whatever you like here with quotes, and I just put enter in your custom value, end quote, and end parenthesis. So that is all you need to do to make sure an input box pops up when you're running an integration. And I just made sure that that global is actually receiving that by popping up a message box here. And you can have multiple pop-up boxes here. So if you set up another global variable with the exact same string over here, you can have two input boxes that pop up one after another. So say if you just wanted to enter in like a date, and then you want to enter in your name to assign it to the integration, that'd be a pretty easy way to do that. Again, I throw on this message box right here, and then I'm just make sure I have return true at the bottom to make sure this is a valid calculation. Once you've done that, make sure you just validate and save to make sure it is actually in there and that this pre-task is running as expected. All right, so now to actually use that global variable in your integration or any other tasks that you might want to set up. So if you want to go back to your integration, double click in to go to your mapping. To use that global variable in just like one of these fields over here, we actually need to set up a calculation. So I have this calculation that just returns that global variable. So there's just an easier way to basically set up a local constant. This will always return that global variable in there, and then I just have it set up as test, so you can see test is set up here to the start date, so I can manually enter in the start date when I am doing this integration. Then I can go back to the tasks here, and then I actually have an email task that will basically just say the simple message, this integration was ran by, and then that global variable I set up earlier. So I just have the user enter in their name when they're running the integration, and then you can always know who the integration is ran by very easily, and it's nice and convenient in that email, so you'd never be confused. You can use this in like many different tasks here. If you want to use it in like Teams or a SQL command, you can also use that global variable in there as well. But I don't have anything set up to show that right now. But those are two pretty simple ways that you can actually use it. I'll even run the integration here just to show you what it actually looks like. So you can see the text box pops up, and then I will enter my custom value, which if you remember, this is the date one, so I'll enter 10/10/2024. That should be a valid date. And you can see it looks like it is entered correctly. And then you can enter in your name. I'll just enter in my name. Hit OK, and that'll submit it. It does that successfully. It does all of that calculations. You can see the start date was correct, and I will be getting an email here any second showing that I ran the integration and it used my name. There you go. This integration was ran by me. Otherwise, that is all you need to know about using that custom input box.